Alright, what is up guys? This is going to be a pretty short video, but I just wanted to show you my favorite junkyard. There's got multiple trails where it's just loaded with old cars that have been sitting back here for 30, 40, maybe even 50 years. This junkyard has been basically a family business for a long time, and I can appreciate the fact that they don't go out of their way to throw stuff away or to crush stuff. It's kind of cool to see these old cars that have been sitting here for so long just chilling out here, and they've got certain parts of the junkyard, like what I'm in right now, that they don't store cars in anymore, partly because they're overgrown like this, and maybe just because they don't get enough business. I'm not sure, but I love this place. It's just incredible to come back here. Every time I end up coming back here for parts, as you can see, I got, you know, a steering wheel and some things, and I got stuff in my pockets as well. But I always like just taking a tour through one of their many back ways. So let's head back towards the actual yard itself. And as you can see, there's a car way down there. I apologize for using the cell phone. Hopefully it's doing all right here. And there's going to be a lot of background noise, of course, because the stuff is about half as tall as me, at least. This one right here is eye level with me. Boots on, and that's pain. I don't know what that is over there, but it's been sitting there for a while. But all the other cars are over here. That's an old Pontiac right there, just off on its own. It kind of caught my eye just because it was by itself. But here's an old Matador Wagon. I said that really funny. Just trying to speak and walk through this stuff at the same time. This thing's pretty cool. These old wagons are very interesting. Here is what we believe was maybe an old stock car of some sort, or maybe a dirt track car. There's a dirt track in the area that is still open to this day, and it's starting to pour on me a little bit right now, or it's come out of the trees, I'm not sure. But it's got like a paint job on the side of it. Looks like it used to have some sort of company logo. It's hard to get over there. There's the rest of the interior. There's an old school jack in there. Wow. I don't even know what this thing is, but it kind of looks Mopar-ish to me. Looking at the taillights, it does. There's not really much to see of them anymore. Here we go. Chevrolet. No clue what this thing is. It's so mangled to the point that I can't even tell. Let me back up so I can get it in the full frame. I don't know what that is. Here's an old, probably an old Chevy. As you can see, that's way down there is where I came from. You can see the trunk of the red car open. And there's a car up on its side over there. There's this guy. There's these two over here. I didn't even look at these yet. This one's still got a motor in it. Like an old flathead. Yepers. Old flathead still in there. Carburetor looks like it could almost be used. Got some canister there. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, but mechanical brakes, no booster, so that's got quite a bit of age to it. Mercu. That's a Mercury of some sort. Almost. Isn't that a Lincoln thing on the hood, though? I don't know. That's weird. Maybe it's a Lincoln Mercury. I don't know. I don't know my old stuff that well. Oh, here. Old wagon. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but it's an old Buick. There's a logo right there. And shot of the interior a little bit. My hands are kind of shaky. Look at this thing. That back window is so cool. Like, these old cars are just so interesting to see, because this is, you know, you don't really get to see these many cars like this unless they're, you know, fully restored and at a car show. Getting to see them like this is kind of interesting, because they're, despite being so ruined, they're still original. And it's kind of cool to think that somebody at one point was driving this, and somebody at one point even bought this thing brand new off a lot. And here it sits. That window is so cool. Somebody tell me what this is, because I'm really, really curious. Put it in the comments, the chrome rear window thingy. Tell me what that is. I don't know why my screen is bugging out here. Let me try not to point the camera down. There's an old one, probably another Chevy, I believe. Oh, it's really wet back here, if you can't tell by the noise. I think I was right. It looks like an old Chevy. Here, their old four-wheeler, their old forklift back there. There's that wagon that's on its side. Oh, here's a cool little car. Nobody wants to come back here. I have no clue. Why is my phone zoomed all the way in? There's that guy. There's a couple of them all lined up. There's one on its side. The ones tipped over, they likely were ripping engines and transmissions out of them sideways. And I'm just saying that because obviously the engine and tranny's missing, but that's what they're doing with a lot of the newer cars here. Even you flip them on their side and easy access to everything. You can sit down, stand up, whatever. Another old car got smushed. Somebody was cutting stuff open right there. I don't know what that was, because it's hard to find these old school junkyards anymore that have been around for a long time. Most of them have gotten greedy and crushed everything, but this one hasn't. They've stayed here the whole time. Oh, so I'm trying to zoom out, but it's got some auto thing locked. That's what it's telling me. Now we're heading back up to where the new stuff is. Trail going ahead. Sorry, the color's kind of washed out. Another old car right here. There's mosquito. Hopefully that didn't muffle quite a bit. An old car right there. I think it's pretty cool. Take a look at that. Here's an old wagon tipped on its side. A couple old cars right there. I feel bad because this camera is so far zoomed in automatically. I don't know why it's being like that. And I'm probably going to use YouTube's auto stabilization on this video because it's pretty shaky. There's that. The hood's sitting on top of it. It's almost looks like some sort of a Ford. I don't want to say. Yeah, it's a Fairlane. I was right. Ford Fairlane. I was going to say a Mustang, but it was like it doesn't quite add up. Here's better look at these guys. And there's that one back there in the trees. It keeps trying to focus on trees. Wow, that's an old Bel Air. Look at the fins on this bitch. That's just so cool. You don't see these anymore. Or it might be an Impala. Let me see if I can. Those are Impala taillights. Oh. That's an old Impala. That is so cool. Thing honestly isn't even that rusty. I mean, relatively speaking. But all the glass looks like it's still good on it. Somebody could come down here and pull parts off of it. Some of the suspension's still on it. Let me try to hold this camera steady here. There's an old one way back there. You can see the roof line just a little bit. You can see the front of it poking out right there. Like I said, this is just... I just love coming back here and seeing all these old cars because, like I said, it's hard to find junkyards like this that haven't, you know, been passed down to, you know, the younger kids or whoever's inherited the company and they've just gotten greedy and crushed everything. Because people just don't appreciate these things anymore. Obviously, none of them can be saved. There's one back there. They can't be saved or anything, but it's just cool to come back here and see them. They still exist. I just love that. Here's a bunch of wagons. There's a truck back there. I don't even know what that is. It's got more fins on it. It might be. It's another Impala. 60s Impala. There's two 60s Impalas. I never even noticed those were there. It's just cool to be standing next to them and think that, you know, it's something that you don't even rarely get to see at a car show, and yet there's two of them just sitting back here. I don't know what that is. Looks like an old Ford. Might be a Mustang too. Here's another trail. Let's just go up this real quick just for the fun of it. Get a look at some of these old cars up here. There's two of them stacked up on top of each other. Some of these cars are dating back to the 40s and 50s. Here's Bonnie and Clyde looking thing. Let me back up so you can see it. There's that. It's just so cool. Here's an engine pulled apart up there. Two cars stacked. Cars back there. It just doesn't stop. It never ends. There's that guy. I just discovered a shortcut through this stuff too. There's a couple more cars stacked up. This is just incredible. Oh, wow. Alright, let me see if I can get a good shot at that thing. That's awesome. I've seen this thing before. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can kind of see the thing on the hood there. I can't tell what it is from here, and I can't really get back there, but there's some old stuff back there. I'm not going to dig through that in this wet with the bugs everywhere, but I'm stepping on a hood. Or a trunk. It's a Fairlane, possibly. Probably going to look like an idiot when I get up here and tell what it is. Oh, no, it's not a Fairlane. I don't know what that is, but there's more old cars stacked up and new junk. There's a Fiero, there's a Dodge, and then once you get up to about here is, come on screen, adjust camera, adjust. It won't, but basically right here is where the new cars start, and there's just like random old cars peppered in here and there, but some of the ones that they haven't picked through and tossed. But yeah, I just felt like sharing this, and there's a lot more areas in this junkyard that I haven't shown you guys because it would end up being a really long video. I don't plan on editing this at all. I'm just going to upload it the way it is, raw, uncut. Oh, there's my little shortcut. I just wanted to share this. I know a lot of people like junkyard videos. I like seeing these old cars. This is just something that you don't really get to see that often. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more of this old junkyard, let me know in the comments. And I'd say if we can get 100 likes on this video, I will come back and show you some more. Got bugs in my face. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys later.